Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking me in today. I actually wanted to be here because we want to make sure we are kept in the loop while many things are happening on different avenues. First of all, happy 4th of July, which means Independence Day in America. And guess who we got independence from? It's a test for everybody in the chat.
Don't say UK. You don't say the UKN people. Don't say it.
Well, Great Britain. Okay, so I already gave it away. So, as they did for mostly everyone. So, somebody uh, got independence, and America, we celebrate that on 4th of July, and that's why it's a big day for all of us. It's not a big deal uh, because we are independent in that aspect, politically, historically. It is true, but to be more realistic, we still have some reliance and we have some dependency on other factors of our life. Some external dependence, uh, yeah, of course, some of it political and some of it economical, and perhaps we do have internal uh, or within. So we're not fully independence, therefore not fully liberated. We don't have that 100% total freedom, though the 330 million people who live within the United States of America, they somewhat have some boundaries, restrictions, and their uh, aspects of life, uh, and that steals that ultimate freedom we want to achieve. I want to go back to something that I always wanted to achieve, not just for the 330 million people who live here in our country, but also abroad. The 8 billion, there are not many trillions, uh, Chris. There are just 8 billion who are alive as of now. And we hope in at some point in our life, we will give them more freedom, more liberty of those restrictions and frictions in life. It all begins with an economical strength that if we are successfully able to provide that to different societies and communities, perhaps it draws many more aspects in our life. So, oh boy, the more we grow, go back to ONPASSIVE now, the more we grow, the more we learn how much we don't know. And the more we learn that how much we still have to grow and how much we still have to learn. Every day is a good lesson in our life. I've learned a lot from you and dealing with you. Not necessarily you gave me that direct piece of knowledge or information, but you put me in a position to strive or to seek that knowledge and pursue for more information. So collectively, this environment is healthy for growth to all of us. So keep up the good work, and you should stay connected. You're just gonna learn, and life is a waste if you are not learning something new every day. And again, I have if you allow me, there's a small story. You want to hear it? So there was a uh, little girl. Okay, she had mastered the timetable, uh, and she thought she's probably the ultimate mathematician on the planet because now she knows all the numbers until 12. 12 by 12, that's it. And now she is talking to her grandpa that, listen, I am the best mathematician on earth. And he said, well, perfect. So how much do you know? Well, I mastered all the way until 12. He said, well, what about 13 by 13? Grandpa, there's no such a thing. Well, there is. Now it's infinite. Uh, you still have way to grow, little girl. Okay. And that's exactly how it applies on the various uh, aspects in our life. You know, you think you've mastered something, um, then you realize there's still way to go. Okay, thank you. You give it 10 out of 10. Okay, I know you're a nerd. Okay, uh, because it involves math. Then we thought we are perfecting those different elements in our business. Then you realize, no, there's still a long way to go. And there are better ways. And it's more practical to admit that. I am up for it. We made mistakes. We had challenges, internal, external, plus we could have done things different. But all in all, that never shakes up our intention that we want to do good. We want to better, your lifestyle. So in order to have some independence, I invite everybody not to completely rely on any business, whether it's on passive or uh, the White House, if you wish, that works for you. You still have to do your own work to be independent. And your happiness does not rely on somebody else's success. They can improve, they can make your life much easier, they can give you a lot of access, but no matter how perfect it is, if you're thinking that is what's going to make you successful, whether it's on passive or Chris or Ash or the government or the system, no, nothing is going to give you that independence until you are mentally independent and also take those measures in your life, not to rely on anybody else. Take that as a tool, take that as a vehicle. It can be a powerful vehicle to boost and accelerate your success toward and progress toward your goal, because your goals are not exactly like mine or her or his or their goal. So everybody has their own anticipation. And for that, I always think we should be open for adjustments, for changes, for, to learn something new and accept the mistakes. I did mistakes. Uh, I'm sure you did. It doesn't A mistake, it doesn't make you a bad person, by the way. So for example, I'll give you just one small, if you trust somebody, right, and you give them lots of recognition, or you have high hopes in them and they don't necessarily align with that hope or trust, they don't deliver up to your expectation, that it it's considered a mistake. But it's not a bad thing about you. We all may fall into some mistakes, and I can give you more and more and more. But the idea is, we made some mistakes. We've learned a lot. We continue to learn, and we will make more mistakes. We're no near perfect, but I know one thing: our intention and our will is so pure that it can only take us and lead us to a better position in your life. And I want you to use us, but also to complete that formula, or to complete that theory together. You have to also be in it mentally and do your own due diligence in order to acquire that complete independence. You're never going to be totally free until you are liberated within and you have your life figured out, like exactly where you want to go, and use us as a tool. So to go to the basics, and I talked about that a couple of weeks ago. We're going to go to the basics. We're going to take charge of that uh, in order to have complete business, not only the AI and IT solutions and the single sign-on and the perfection of it, the integration of that fusion, if you wish. If you want to complete that, I also meant for that leads us to a better independence. We are already accredited, as I mentioned, from ICANN as a domain registrar. So we have accomplished quite a bit toward that independence as a company. Now, what's okay? I'm going to give you one more thing. You probably forgot, but I'm going to refresh your memory. Okay, the money is another factor. So the utilization of our products and technologies, that's one thing. The security of it, owning our data center, something very disruptive. I assure you that it's not nothing average or nothing you've seen or the market's seen before. So Ash, you're like insane. You're telling me like Google and the host and Azure and Microsoft and AWS, they haven't seen this level of technology. And well, you'll be surprised. There's always a first time in every case. All right. There's a first time in every, and I assure you, I'm counting on what we have accomplished and what we know, and the part that we know we're not going to be average. So that is coming, but at the same time, money is a big factor to complete that wrap up, to be independent. Okay, you need uh, traffic, or you need constant visitors or followers or people you basically do business with, or any sort of activities or communications, whether in the educational system or in the finance or this or that. You need other audience. That is called traffic in a technical term in the digital world. Okay, the traffic is basically visitors. Okay, visitors, individuals going to a specific website or video or any content online. Okay, so to do that, so when we did start this journey, believe it or not, uh, as of today, the entire flow and structure of the traffic industry, if you wish, the traffic field, okay, let's not call it an industry, has changed. And with the concept of unpassive, that every single thing like in one place and a single sign on to that, all together collectively makes it necessary to have a different approach and a different way of generating and acquiring those customers, audience, followers, traffic, however you want to call it. And that's what we've been also working on. I don't have the final details, perhaps again with the refreshment of all what's happening right now. uh, within this new next chapter, I'll be able to fill you in with more how we are gonna not only revolutionize, we're gonna lead and own, and we must own the traffic field, and that would be basically you dominate everything because data is the new commodity of this century. So all in all, again, as much as we're happy for America's independence, as Brother Chris said, we have other nations are not fully liberated, whether from their own dictators or uh, whatever corrupted system they have, and we're not any better. Every country suffers, some corruption in one way or another somehow, but we do believe if we liberate and give humanity that universal solution to become more independent of their corruption or corrupted governments or regime, then that becomes irrelevant. It falls out. We have work to do, no doubt. We have done a good portion. We've been working very hard. We have, incredible intention, and technology is a powerful tool. Uh, yeah, about OConnect, or what's happening right now. This is temporary. We have always history taught us, especially with ONPASSIVE, the comeback is always much better and nicer than we think. And as much as we know we miss OConnect and we want to be using that at the moment, but in the meantime, I have that little side of me telling me I'm glad that we now know the value of it as much as the other platforms in ONPASSIVE. So it's good to realize what we have in hands. But it's normal. Brother Chris Johnson said that, like about the auto industry, it happens. How many cars we've heard? Practically every car maker at some point they had to recall thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of cars for malfunction about something serious about the safety of the vehicle. Is a big deal happening right now with Boeing Max 737, I believe. Um, that's more dangerous than having OConnect down. Yes, so you don't want your flight to go down. I'll take the conference system to go down over that. So we're blessed, we're fortunate, and the best yet to come. I assure you that. Leave the ugly stuff for us. Leave the nasty things. We have been exercising uh, to deal with such muddy situations, such complex scenarios, and that made us stronger. Again, you learn more, you learn more. So we have been growing. Happy birthday, Angie. And anyone, I didn't give the other name, but whoever's birthday today and tomorrow, and happy birthday or anniversary to America again on the 4th. Uh, Everybody likes fireworks in a way. Uh, One problem, no barbecue sauce tomorrow. I know there has to be barbecue for you in the next few days, but make sure you are independence, and we know that OnPassive is offering you and will provide the most complete and independence IT solution ever existed. Add to that, if you are in it for the right purpose, the right reason, you're going to be fully independent, and that is priceless. Total freedom comes in when your business is set in autonomous way on autopilot, safely. Lots of time saving, lots of money saving. It frees you up that you can go vacation or do things that you want to do, but business doesn't stop. I have a saying: if money doesn't stop, why should we stop doing business? So technically, you need a business in a fashion where it works 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And if it's otherwise, you're not going to have uncapped growth. You're going to have some limitation. That's the type of business model that we are building now, to have an ongoing automatic business. Everything is automated, and it frees your time, saves you a lot of money. Perhaps uh, it does not stop if you're not available for a moment. It doesn't crash. So with the combination of having that revenue, having the traffic options, or I'm going to say revolutionary traffic solutions within OnPassive. With that, it is a game changer. You can definitely achieve more and do more, learn more in your life. Isn't it life is about that? Just about getting more. You technically, like Brother DeGarmo said, 24 hours a day. I think we all know that. You're not inventing anything new. I even know that. 24 hours a day for all of us. So we have that bracket for the time, but the key here is how much more you could achieve, how much more you could gain and take, but to have that sweetener with an ONPASSIVE, we also think how much more can we give back. So it's how much you can gain, but also how much you can give back in the way you choose to. Uh, I believe m- with with everything we're building, make no mistake, is going to enable you to do such a powerful concept in an ideal way. So go for it. Don't blink. Believe it or not, things are happening while you don't think so. Mr. Red said that as well, which is it doesn't seem like so much going on the surface, but behind the scene, there's definitely I don't want to say a war, but a battle constantly going on. Okay, so leave that for us, and just enjoy the fruit when it happens. But again, I cannot emphasize enough that you also have to be independent. Do not rely on any human or business or company to give you the ultimate thing. So uh, just take as much as you can take from that solution, but in the meantime, you have to figure out your own way to be independent and, uh, you know, get the most out of it to your own advantage for the total freedom. Okay? Because you could have financial freedom. You could have financial freedom doesn't mean much without that time freedom. Okay? In order to be total freedom, real freedom, you have to have, yeah, money is powerful, but if you're cornered, if you are imprisoned for that money, basically you have to work around the clock. You have no time off, or you cannot enjoy anything in your life because you constantly have to work. If that's your case, uh, you, that type of freedom or financial freedom is meaningless because if you stop working, money can stop. Therefore, uh, you'll be in trouble and you cannot do anything you want anytime you want. Any one of us, you probably know someone in your life, not necessarily directly, but uh, they might be wealthy in a way, or I'm going to say rich. Okay, they might have good income, but miserable when it comes to their freedom or what they can do and their happiness. Okay, so uh, think of the most uh, recognized men or women on the planet, that they're wealthy beyond your imagination. I will tell you, uh, they're more unhappy in their life than you are. Let me give you an example. Okay, can I use a name? Okay. Anybody knows Elon Musk? Probably he's the richest man right now. Okay. Uh, I'm not evaluating the person, but I'm gonna take one aspect of his life. We all know he is probably, I think he's still holding the wealthiest man on earth, probably in history, because these are new numbers to cross a $2 billion net worth, 200 billion. I think last he achieved 250. That's quarter trillion, a lot of money. Not that I know them personally. Personally, I don't even know their name, but there are a couple in Azerbaijan. Look it up. I will be happy one day and I'll connect to show you a video. They live in a village. They have a super peaceful, organic lifestyle. Two people, husband and wife. Paradise is understatement for where they live. So their daily life is just taken as much as you can from that freedom, healthy lifestyle, nature, oxygen, breathe, scenery. It is paradise. The other guy has to wake up to factories, lawyers, issues, employees, office, all of that. If your day is surrounded by that and long hours, you're not the healthiest. You're not the happiest. It's freedom and happiness, not what you do in a day. All right. So if you go a super wonderful vacation once a year for 2 weeks or 1 week, yeah, you could be happy for 2 weeks at most. Most people probably don't even give that 2 years, 2 weeks a year. And then you have the other 50 weeks in the year, you're just buried in work. That's a torture. And especially if your work environment is not that peaceful. On the other hand, somebody doesn't have those factories or, you know, uh, record in terms of wealth and net worth, but they smell flowers, they witness seasons in a peaceful way, no stress whatsoever, no cases, no court, no lawyers, no shenanigan, no drama free, no employees, no challenges, no what do you call criticism. Nobody knows their name. They're happier. You see that? So there is a big price for that wealth. If you're after wealth and how much money you can make, you still another part. You need to figure out the time freedom. So even if we give you the position, the wealthiest person on earth, believe it or not, you're not going to have that much freedom or potentially happiness. If we're providing you with a possibility to gain unlimited revenue at the same time with total time freedom, you are free to do what you want to do in that time. Of course, you have to be engaged and use the business to your best ability. Uh, you're in a better shape than the wealthiest people ever existed. You don't have to make the trillions or the billions. Nobody made trillions as an individual yet, uh, but you could be totally covered. You have zero worry about finances. That's enough. That's good that you're able to give back. That's the threshold you want to achieve while you still enjoy your health, life, and time freedom. So happy 4th of July, everyone in America and outside. Why? Because we're going to also uh, bless you with your individual independence at some point in the future. And that's what we work hard for. That's all I wanted to say today. And I hope I didn't take much of your time. But you can chime in and talk. And, since we're connected and I see thousands and thousands are listening, I can't believe it, is how popular you are. I'm going to check again. What's the number now?
About 9,000.
9,000 are watching live. At least another, you
And
know.
that doesn't count Facebook. Facebook is also running live, but it doesn't
I'm
count it.
I'm blown away. Thank you so much. All right. So tell me, it's hard to read. There's so many messages. I see a lot of love, but I'm trying to see if there's any potential topic or question or anything that they're talking. Listen, guys, um, life is tough. It doesn't always go the way you plan it. Um, but also if you could look up, you get up and get back up. We've been knocked down, and we are uh, very very confident about what's coming. It is not what you think. I'm talking about if you reference to the past, you have every right to think and come up with different uh, expectations. Could be negative, and for the haters as well, we shouldn't care about that. But I'm talking about all in all, everybody is going to be surprised in a good way, and it's not what you think. But we are so confident that we're making something not just good, but great for humanity. All right, you take it away. Back to you. Are you somewhere in Michigan in the woods? I heard you are traveling in your baby RV.
I'm in Lake City, Michigan. I left at 7 this morning to get here because we thought we were going to do it at 12. And then that changed, which actually saved me. I got here an hour before that, but internet here is not the greatest. It's working good now. But yep, I'm here to have fun because you said go do something.
So what it called? Lake City?
Lake City, Michigan.
Okay, I've never been there.
Really? Well, you ain't never been anywhere in Michigan except Detroit. So
I've been Grand Rapids. Come on, that's beautiful up there. Yeah.
Grand Rapids is beautiful. But plan on
Okay.
catching some fish, man, for you. I'll be thinking about you, Ashwan.
Appreciate it. You're killing me.
I know that's the whole
There's
idea.
Lake City in every state. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour drive from 3.5 hours. Right?
Oh, nice, nice.
I'm right on. I can't remember the lake, but you can't see it out the window. But the lake's right there. It's beautiful. My RV's back there, but I had to come in the house to get the Wi-Fi going. So this is my This is my ex-wife's mother's house up here. You know, when you go to the mother-in-law, it's like 100 degrees in this house, man. I'm dying here, but it's real nice. And then next to her husband, he owns another house right next to them. So it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun up here. We just got up here, but we're gonna kick it a little bit.
So is it like 4 hours drive or so?
Yeah, we did it in 3.5 hours. We had no traffic this morning. That's why we left early. But and engineer Mike, thank you for filling in or taking my place. You did a great job. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard you did great. So thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. This morning I couldn't do it live because I was traveling. And one more thing, I want to, because someone reminded me, big prayers for everyone that's going through that Hurricane Beryl right now.
Beryl, yeah, in Jamaica. Okay.
Jamaica, yeah, it's in Jamaica right now.
So thank you for reminding me that. And
yeah, it's gonna be a heavy one. I think it's making landfall today.
Yeah.
So there's a city called Cadillac right next to where you are, right?
Yeah, Cadillac's real nice too. I've been to everything this way of Michigan. I haven't really been on the west side too much, but the north I love. The north is beautiful. You know, even with all the woods we have.
For a couple of months, not in.
Yeah, once the snow comes. But if you like snowmobiling and skiing, this is the place to be. But there's no no-see-ums here. I know what no-see-ums are. Remember, I sent you the picture of my legs like completely eaten up with still scars?
Oh my God.
We don't have those. You could see, listen, in Michigan, you could see the bugs coming at you. So in Florida, you don't even see them. They just eat you alive. But
oh my God. Okay. So that's a good place not to go to. I got it. Another place added to the 100 place you shouldn't go to.
I'm taking your boys camping. That's what I'm going to do. They'll love
it. Please. Yes.
I got the cages on top ready to roll.
Permanent camping.
Permanent camping.
So I hope I was able to give you a good message. Stay positive, guys. We can only do good together if we are on intentional growth plan at the same time with good, intention, good heart. Life is not worth it to be bugging each other. If you have something good, do it. If you don't, just go mind your own business. Get away. We're here to do good. We're here to do good, and there are a lot of people in need for that collaboration. Individually, we are scattered. We are drops, collectively and together we are an ocean. We need each other. I mean, we can accomplish more. So why just work scatterly? I have something, he has something, she has something. Mathematically, it's infinite what we could achieve together. Because one is too small of a number. You cannot achieve greatness alone. So I'm pumped. I'm positive about the possibility. Thank you again. I have disconnected the cord. Believe it or not, today is the 4th week for my surgery, and I still have. I'm living with one ear now, and that's a good thing to realize how good is it. You know, yeah, you thought an ear is good. No, you need two. That means you need to listen twice as much as you can talk, or you talk. Uh, so yeah, probably another 2 weeks. I'll be okay, back.
Rupa Paul just sent me a text. I forgot about this. I think India is doing phenomenal in soccer, and she said you better be watching the game. I don't know what game it is because I don't follow.
Yeah, there's also America's Cup happening right now. Yeah, mostly.
Euros as well.
Yeah.
It's all on.
Yeah, I play handball, not football, but it's okay. But I do like watching soccer once in a while. It's a fun.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at me, Red. I can see the jowls getting swollen there.
I am biting my tongue.
I know.
All right.
Well,
Allow us.
thank you.
No, thank you. Allow us do the work, and you know, if you have something good, join us. We will take you to where you want to go a lot faster, more efficiently.
Tell
Absolutely.
your wife and your team thank you. We love you for giving us you most of the
I
time.
appreciate that. I will
Yes.
tell them. I will tell them.
Yeah.
I had to bribe them with some delicious food so they can be busy while I talk to you. I'm talking about the kids because they're hanging on me. Yeah. And speaking of healthy food, I hope you are staying healthy, everybody. Take care of yourself. It's important.
Absolutely.
Minnow ran a half a marathon. I think it was
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
Half a marathon.
Yes, she did.
How many miles?
13 and a little bit.
12.1.
Yeah, okay, 12.1.
Okay. Yeah.
She said, I
Ran
yeah,
those
ran.
like
She
like
jogged.
nonstop.
Like,
She
So
jogged.
12 is the distance,
it's more
or
like 13
or
miles.
what she
Yeah, it's
ran.
like
It'd
13
be
miles.
13 and a little bit.
Yeah, 13 a little bit. Yeah.
So good for her.
Good job.
She said she heard you get in the best shape of your life, so she just put her shoes on and ran.
Oh, she's trying to
Run,
catch up with
Forrest.
the guys. I see.
Run for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you,
Yeah.
Minnow.
Hey, everybody! I know you spend a lot of time on YouTube or whatever. I heard you could do that now with the thanks, you know, thanks to the cell phones. I want to tell you a habit I do. I spend hours on the phone most days. Okay, whether conferences, conversation, phone calls, whatever. Okay, even videos if you like, you know, if it's a webinar, whatever. Um, and I heard also walking is good for you. So a small, tiny, tiny, tiny thing that phone time, especially if it's listening, could be walking time. And I'm sorry to burst your energy and fame, Minu. On the average, I walk 10 to 20 miles a day. That is my phone time. I don't jog that long, okay? I just chase my kids. But
And he doesn't even get out of breath when he does it either. I talked to you a couple months ago. You were walking. I'm like, man, I'd be breathing real hard right now.
yeah. Oh no, yeah. Sometimes, you know, I go stairs, down, up. Yeah.
Live tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
used
Me and
to.
Marty are going to walk half a marathon and do a live. You ready, DeGarmo?
Bite me.
Just you by the way, you don't have to be outdoors. All right, you could circle around a sofa or a couch. Yeah, just believe it or not, an hour. Just walk around it like yeah.
Marty going to be walking in
Yeah.
circles.
I circled the couch twice. I want to pee on it. I don't know why.
I'll send you the pole dance. I'll send it to you. So
It better be a telephone
while
pole.
you guys are wonderful. I enjoyed being here as usual, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Cheers, Ash.
Thank you, Ash.
Of course.
Woo!